Hello again, welcome to a new week. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you, you're the real MVP. But if you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Grace, but you can call me Gracie, and I am on a journey to grow 22 inches of hair. Yes, you heard right, girl, I want them inches. So I will be using different products and techniques that I will hopefully be able to incorporate into my usual hair care routine so that I can reach that goal sooner rather than later. So if that's something you're interested in, then please do consider subscribing and of course hitting that notification bell so you know every time I upload. And while you're there, why not follow me on my other social media accounts, which should appear somewhere around me right now. And if at any point during my hair growth journey you do decide to use one of the products or techniques that I'm using, then please go ahead and use this hashtag Gracie Crew Growth Journey so that I know that you are one of us. So with that being said, let's get into this video. So we reached our 21 days. Just by the way, if you hear birds chirping, people shouting, the windows are open because it's pretty hot right now, so I need the fresh air. So if you hear any background noises, just ignore them, okay boo? All right, so yeah, we've reached 21 days of spearmint oil, and I am so happy, not just with the results I was seeing with my undergrowth, but with the fact that I discovered something that is going to be a part of my hair care routine. The moringa, I feel like I still have to go back and figure out how I can incorporate it, because I did like the oil, but I didn't see a lot of change in terms of my hair or how it was behaving. But with the spearmint oil, I noticed a very clear and huge difference, especially in the health of my scalp, because I feel spearmint oil is one of those oils that works amazing for the scalp. For the hair, I'd say, because I used a very light oil to make the spearmint oil, so I don't think it's something that I would say would make a huge change if I applied it to my hair. But to my scalp, it reduced the amount of dandruff I was experiencing. It reduced itchiness. In these 3 weeks that I've had the protective style, I only had to wash my hair like once, I believe. So that was a win for me, because usually even when I have a protective style in, the longest I can go is 2 weeks, and that's if I'm pushing it. And considering the fact that it's been super hot and I've been taking walks, and sometimes I'll be in the sun, and of course my hair will be exposed to the sun, despite the fact that it's been so hot, and usually my hair would have dried out easily, my scalp would have been itching so badly. But this time I did not experience any of that. Even in fact, when I was removing my curls or my straight backs, my hair did not feel stripped, it did not feel dry, it did not feel brittle. So I'm so excited for this. So as I will come back, with my hair undone, because I did put it in some flat twists just so I do not have to worry about it, becoming tangled or matted after putting in all that work to remove the tangled hair. And just by the way, this is the amount of shedding I got. So this is 3 weeks worth of shedding, which for me is not unusual, because remember, during these 3 weeks I did not remove the cornrows at all. My routine was very basic and simple. If you watch my previous video for last week, I was talking about how literally all I was doing during the week is I would spray water and then put in the spearmint oil every 2 to 3 days, depending on if my hair felt dry or if my scalp was experiencing a little bit of itchiness. But that itchiness honestly was only during the first week. After that, I was pretty much just doing it out of maintaining my hair and not necessarily because I felt any excessive itching or any excessive dryness in my hair, I was just basically, I can't go without spraying my water with spraying my hair with some type of water. So everything I was doing from, I would say, the second week and this past last few 7 days was basically just maintenance. My hair was not itching, my hair did not feel excessively dry, and taking care of it has been such a breeze. So yeah, so I'm gonna take these twists out, these flat twists out, and while I do that, our first comparison now, which should have started by now, will be between week 1, week 2. So basically well, I'm not sure if I'm gonna put in day 1, but we'll see how I'm gonna figure this out. So on your screen should be day 1, day 7, day 14, and then day 21. So you will see that I've had a lot of undergrowth, and that is so amazing. My hair has been doing really well, and I'm seeing a lot of improvements. Even when I was removing the cornrows and detangling my hair, I did not notice any excessive breakage. Like, there were a few pieces here and there, but nothing that got me worried, which is such an improvement from before I put in my cornrows, because as I mentioned a few weeks back, I did notice that I was getting split ends, which did worry me a lot. So it was so nice to see that I did not experience a lot of breakage this time, which is amazing for me. That means I am on the right track. So yeah, I'm going to take down these flat twists so we can do our final length check for this spearmint oil. As I said before, I'm going to continue using the spearmint oil because, as my intro says, this is not about just using a product and then never using it again. I'm trying to understand what other things can work for my hair apart from the things that I already know. I want to have like as many tools in my kit, as many products, as many oils as I can possibly have, that I know that once I'm using them, or every time I use them, they're definitely going to help my hair out. Okay, so you will see me in the next few seconds. So as you can see, from the longest strands of my hair, which I was showing you multiple times because I wanted you to see that there are some strands of my hair that are a little bit longer than others, but generally all of them have gained some length. I think we have retained about 2, maybe 1 point something, 2 centimeters, which I'm happy about. That means progress. That means we are on the right track. And as I said, please excuse my door, it keeps banging because, as I said, the window is open. But I really did know, because as I said from my previous 2 videos, when I was talking about the progress that I was seeing even just by day 7, I did mention how I was seeing that I had a lot of undergrowth, like more than what I was noticing these past months for this year. So I'm definitely keeping spearmint in my daily routine. I'm happy with how it's been making my scalp feel, and I feel like I found something that I'm like, yes, this is going to be one of my staples for my hair care routine. So if spearmint oil is something you're interested in using, I'm here to tell you that it works. It works, and as well, combine it by doing scalp massages, definitely. And of course, as with any other oil, use it in moderation. It's not something you need to use every single day simply because you're like, well, if she did it 2 times a week, then I'm gonna do it like 3-4 times a week. No, do it according to what your hair tells you, what your scalp tells you, so that you know how to go about your hair care routine. But yes, it works. It works, and I feel like you will even be able to retain more length if you apply the spearmint oil, especially coupled with a protective style, because then you can allow your hair to just do its thing. You don't have to worry about experiencing, any excessive dryness or breakage, because protective style help us to maintain our hair but without doing too much. So I hope this was helpful to you. I hope this convinced you or gave you the confidence to try out spearmint oil. It's very easy to make. All you have to do is dry some spearmint leaves and add your oil of choice, and of course it has to be a light oil, something like grapeseed oil, olive oil. I use soybean oil, and it's something that has been working for me. So yes, find an oil that you've been able to use on your scalp that hasn't caused any irritation and you know that it's good for you. Add some dried spearmint leaves, and there you have some spearmint oil for yourself, or you can buy some from the supermarket, and I believe you're going to be coming back with some awesome results as well. So if you have any questions, as usual and as always, please leave them in the comment section. I will be sure to either answer them myself if I have enough information about them, or hopefully direct you to someone that will answer your questions. So with that being said, has been our 21 day of spearmint oil, and it worked and I'm happy about it. But next week I'm going to be trying out something new, so join me on my next 21-day experiment to see what I will be using, which will be next week. And of course, as always, don't forget to check out my hair growth tip of the week. I'm always doing my best to keep you guys abreast and informed about different things you can do for your hair, or just like a quick reminder in case you forgot, or just some information that will hopefully put you on the right track to gaining those inches and keeping them. And I'm so happy and glad that you joined me in this week's video. I'm so grateful. I will see you next week to see what we'll be using. So with that being said, bye.